Hello and welcome to Simplified Organization, a show for busy moms who are looking for practical help in managing their homes, families, and lives for God's glory. We keep it real without complaining, and we help women overcome the overwhelm and the perfectionism that comes from playing the comparison game. I'm your host, Misty Winkler. I write and podcast at simplyconvivial.com about homemaking, homeschooling, and doing life cheerfully. I'm also the author of The Convivial Homeschool, Gospel Encouragement for Keeping Your Sanity while living and learning alongside your kids. Today, I have part 2 of my conversation with my friend and Simply Convivial team member, Leisa Moulton. Leisa is a homeschool mom of 3, 2 of whom are school age. She's also the program manager for Simply Convivial. She lives in Idaho with her husband and children, where they have been busy building their own home this year. In part 1 of our conversation, Leisa talked about how to handle overwhelm and decision fatigue. Be sure not to miss that episode. Now we're going to chat about practical ways to organize your attitude and improve your mindset. So then you also had some practical tips for organizing your attitude. And organizing your attitude is something that we talk about in Simply Convivial continuing education quite a bit. And it really just means focusing on what's true and what's real instead of getting all spun up in our heads with overwhelm usually, or perfectionism. So, usually we focus on getting organized as putting stuff away, but sometimes what needs to be put in its proper place is just our internal monologues. So that's what organizing your attitude is. And you had some practical ideas there to share, right, Leisa?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And really the biggest one is you do have to look at your life and know where you are. And you keep, because your attitude, that it affects everything. So, and if you're trying to have the perfect house while you have 3 toddlers running around, you're going to be angry all the time and grouchy. So enjoy where you are and look for the blessings you have. You have to look with gratitude and just go, hey, we're alive. We have smiles. We had some good memories today. So yeah, on the days when I'm really feeling down and I'm like, oh, I didn't get anything done today. And I look around and I'm like, hey, my kids are happy. We had some good laughs today. And that it helps me readjust my attitude. So I'm not looking down on what we did or what somebody didn't do. And it's finding those little nuggets that.
Yeah, I know. I get caught up telling myself that I didn't do anything today, when what I really mean is I didn't do everything on my list, and my lists are always unrealistic. This is apparently the only kind of list I know how to make. That was just a couple of weeks ago. I forget, it was after dinner or something. I was finishing one of the things on my list that was on my list up. And I told my husband, well, I have to finish this. Otherwise, so I can at least say I did something today. I haven't done anything today. And he looked at me and he said, stop lying to yourself. I'm like, oh.
Oh, that's so true though. We do that to ourselves all the time. Why? I always ask that. I'm like, well, why do you do that to yourself? But I do it too. We all do it.
Well, we do discount the work that we do if it's not what we wanted to do.
That's true. And it didn't, and a lot of the things that we as moms do, especially homeschool moms, they don't have like a tangible thing at the end of the day.
Right.
Well, they do. Like we cook dinner, but we do it so often we don't think about how big a deal that actually is.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't count it.
Yep. And sometimes making brain dump list, take 5 things off of it. Just do 5 things, pick the 5 simplest, littlest things on the list and do those.
That's a great one.
That was another of my tips. It was lost in the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're going to always brain dump more than we really can actually do. And that's part of the point of brain dumping, is to get it out on paper where you can see it and realize, like, no wonder I feel like I'm going crazy. I think I'm going to do all these things, and that's just not going to happen.
Yes. And sometimes those brain dumps are emotional brain dumps, and they just need to get out, and then throw them away and burn them. Because most of the time they're not true.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes. So if you would like help brain dumping as a tactic for overcoming overwhelm and organizing your attitude, we have a lot of resources for that at Simply Convivial. There is a free brain dump guide that will walk you through the process, explain what a brain dump really is, and how to get started. So go to simplyconvivial.com/brain dump, just all smashed together in one word, and you can get that free guide. And stop using your head like a briefcase.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Leisa, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.